Today, we are going to crack a code that, let's be honest, trips up pretty much everyone who deals with international banking in India. I'm talking about the RBI Purpose Code. But don't worry, we're going to make it super simple. You know that exact moment I'm talking about, right? You're just trying to send or receive some money from abroad, and bam, you're hit with this giant, super confusing drop-down menu asking for the purpose of remittance. It's so frustrating. Well, today, that confusion is going to end for good. So what even is a purpose code? Honestly, it's just a simple tag that you attach to your transaction. It tells the Reserve Bank of India why money is moving across the border. Think of it like a mandatory hashtag for your international transfer. It's just how the RBI keeps track of everything. Okay, let's start with the good stuff. Money coming into your account from another country. These are called receipts, and they are all identified by codes that start with the letter P. Here's a little trick to remember it. P for pace, the money you receive. Let's dive into a really common scenario. Imagine your brother who lives in Canada sends you some money for family expenses. Just a personal transfer. So which code do you pick from that long list? The one you're looking for is P13101, Family Maintenance. Yep, it's designed specifically for these kinds of personal transfers between family members. It's really just about correctly identifying what the transaction is actually for. Okay, let's switch gears to a business scenario. Let's say you're a talented freelancer, maybe a software developer, and you've just wrapped up a big project for a client over in the USA. They're about to send you your payment. For this, you're going to use code P0802, which is specifically for software consultancy. In fact, the entire P08 series of codes is for computer and IT services, so this one is a perfect fit. All right, now for a classic trade example. Your company makes steel products, and you've just shipped a big order to a buyer in Germany. A little while later, the payment for that export invoice finally hits your bank account. In this case, you'd select P0101. This code covers payments you get against an export invoice, which is exactly what's happening here. See? Simple and direct once you know what to look for. All right, let's flip the script. What about when you're sending money out of India? These are called payments, and they're all identified by codes that start with the letter S. And you can probably guess the little memory trick here. S for send. Now, this is a big one for so many families. Your child is studying at a university in the UK, and it's that time of year again, you have to pay the semester tuition fees. This is a very specific kind of payment going out. The code you're looking for here is S0305. It's literally just labeled education. This makes it one of the most straightforward codes to find when you're paying for any fees related to studying abroad. Easy peasy. Okay, back to business for a second. Let's say your company needs to import some raw materials, maybe electronic parts, from a supplier in China. You've got their invoice in hand, and you need to send them the payment. For this, the code is S0102, which covers payments for an import invoice. And this is where it all starts to click. Remember that export code? It was P0101. The import payment code is S0102. You see, the system is actually really logical once you spot the pattern. This right here really shows you how elegant the system is. Just look at the codes for services. You receive money for software consulting, that's P0802. You need to pay for that same service, it's S0802. Same thing for business consulting, P1006 to get paid, S1006 to send a payment. The number is the same, it's only the first letter that changes. It really is that simple. So, to wrap all this up, let's put the most common codes all in one place. Think of this next bit as your personal cheat sheet for all your future transactions. And here it is. As you can see, exporting goods is in the P01 series, while importing uses the S01 series. IT services? They use P08 or S08, just depends on which way the money is flowing. And of course, there's our good friend P131 for family money and S0305 for education. Honestly, this one little table covers the vast majority of transactions you're ever likely to make. So the next time you see that dreaded drop-down menu, you're not going to see a confusing list anymore. You're going to see a simple, logical system. You've officially cracked the code. So now, the only real question is, which one are you going to use next? You've got this.